And we are back with D-Dot's Producers Corner. We just got word we have a impromptu special guest tonight, calling in from H-Town, multi-platinum producer Kojack is with us. How you doing, fam?
What's going on, people?
Oh, man, it's definitely a pleasure to have you on the show, man. You know, I know we've been crossing for a long time. Finally get a chance to get you on the show. Co-host, holler at him.
Whoa.
What's going on, Kojack?
What's going on, my friends? What's good, people?
Yeah, man.
Pretty good. Nothing much.
Work is work is work.
Working. So what you got going on these days? You know, what you got going in the studio or, you know, just in the music world altogether?
It's pretty busy. It's pretty wide open. You know, people looking for records and people looking for hot new stuff. You know, that's what it is. It's hot and new. You know, they already got the Jeezy sound and the Rick Ross sound, the Justice League sound. They looking for that new.
Yes, sir.
They looking for that new.
Man, I definitely agree, man. Right now is the time. You know, these guys heard me say this over and over in the show, and I think right now we're going into another generation of music where you know the whole sound is changing.
Oh yeah, if you trying to listen to radio, man, you look at the major artists that's coming out right now. You're really looking at a real hard pop and house feel, like it's really going to a European market because if you notice, hip hop is really it's not brand new, but it's relevant more so out there than out here. Like in the United States, it's like the sales are down, not like their sales used to be up. People used to sell 500,000 records the first 2 days out. They moving barely 15,000, 20,000 units on the first week, and you know if you're not a Jay-Z and Kanye West, and they still doing bad. So you know they major sales are coming straight out of the UK and you know overseas markets.
All right, man. I definitely agree with that because to me, like I've seen a lot of like YouTube videos and seeing a lot of artists tour across you know overseas, and you know from everybody from like the late Jay Dilla to Currency to I know even Cupid out of Lafayette, Louisiana. He went to
over there. Yeah, he sell more there than here. Like this is crazy. Like you can really like CDs are still $27 over there, man. Like CDs are really like out here $7.99, $6.99, $4.99. Out there, man, CDs still $19, $20 something. And they not burning nothing. They buy. They don't have the burners like we can burn a CD. They don't have all that over there. So you straight in. If you can crack in Europe, even I sell more beats in the UK than anywhere else.
Wow.
In the UK, I sell more beats there. That's crazy.
That is, man. You know, and that culture, that's one thing I like about them, man. They enjoy it for the art, you know. They
love the art form of it. It's not about the money.
Right. Trey, I'm going to let Trey ask you a couple of questions, man. Trey, shoot.
What's going on, Kojack?
What's good, boss?
Man, I tell you, man, coming up on your music, you know, from the old school, I'm kind of getting the age on me. So, yeah, man, it's like I said, it's a real pleasure, man, to be able to talk to you.
I appreciate y'all, man. If it wasn't for y'all boys, man, give these cats an avenue, man, it wouldn't be heard at all.
Word, man, that's what we're trying to bring. So I guess the first question I have is, whenever you're getting ready, you know, you're sitting down to do your track, well, what's the mind frame and the mindset that you're in? What do you do?
First, I say a prayer. Before I get on my keyboard, before I get on anything, I make a sign across, make a prayer, help it pay, like Fox said. Man, Jack, just get a jewel out there and hope it pay. You know, I don't get in a vibe where I want to listen to anybody records. If I'm digging through albums, doing samples, I may dig for samples for about 6-7 hours just digging through records. If I'm going on a hip hop level, on a sample level, but if I'm going straight natural, you know, I just go for what I'm feeling. You know, things in your life can really set the tone of your tracks when you're really doing tracks. You really, you know, the mindset, you're having a bad day with your girlfriend, you know, you'll come out with something real hard because you're angry or something stupid happened in the studio. You just start kicking stuff out. That's how I do it. You know, I just tap into my feelings and then whatever comes out, comes out.
Word. I got one more question for you. We had a guy, man, called a couple weeks ago, and was telling everybody that if you use digital, you must be a beginner and you don't have skill because analog is where it's at. Now, when you look at that, analog versus digital, what's your words on that?
Well, when it comes, it's always a big debate. Because when you're digital, you still going to have to try to go back to analog anyway to get a fat sound. So, me, I'm from the old school. I'm MPC, ASR 10, old school, and that's straight all analog. You're never going to find that crispy sound, but you got to look at it like this. The new age, I just got on software. See, I just got on software. I've been on software for like 2 years now, if that, you know. So I'm straight MPC keyboards. I play everything. I got records, and I play and chop my samples through records and stuff. But the new digital world, you got digital plugins that'll give you an analog sound. That's the crazy thing about it. It's so easy. It's like you don't even have to work hard no more. It's like I could just get a plug-in and just pop it on there. They got a tape plug-in made by Yamaha. They go back to the old school D88 tapes. You can just send your track through that and get the analog fat sound. That's crazy. So it's like you can't judge analog or digital because you got best of both worlds on your digital world. So,
Amen.
You know, you got best of both worlds. If you want the digital sound, if you want a nice clean digital sound, if you're doing pop records, then you got that when you do your Reasons and your Reasons 5 or your Logic. You got your digital sound you want to stay in that digital world. Then you pop the Pro Tools 9, and you got Wave Diamond bundles, you got Mercury bundles, you got all these different plugins that Yamaha plug-in. I forgot the name of it offhand. I just got to pull my MacBook up. But you get that and run your track through that, you'll be amazed. You think you're on the SSL board.
Bro.
Bro.
That's what's up.
Yo, Kojack, what's going on?
Yo, what's good, my man?
All right, man. This is Rich, man. I actually had the pleasure to meet you about a couple of years ago. I don't know if you remember it, but I was one of an artist by the name of Pug out of New Iberia, Louisiana.
Yeah.
I had a chance to go to your studio.
Man, y'all was supposed to get down on me. Y'all came out here in Houston. Y'all got that beat battle zone.
Yeah.
Y'all
man?
Some cold brothers. Man, y'all some cold brothers, man. Y'all dudes cold. I was a fan of y'all music. Man, I'm same old man working. It's just working. You know, trying to get these placements, trying to get your publishing. That's the whole fight of the game. You can get placements, get your publishing. That's the whole ball game.
That's what's up. Now, when I was at that time when I was at the studio and everything like that, in the screen room we were talking about our different setups nowadays, what a lot of young cats are using in the studios or whatnot. Could you explain to everybody? You know, do you have to have the latest and greatest thing, or do you need to stay on top of everything, or you know what I'm saying? What you know what I'm saying? What is it that you need to make hits?
Man, you can make a hit on a Casio, man. You just gotta have heat. It's all on. It don't matter. Man, I done seen dudes got Fruity Loops, the first version of Fruity Loops, and make crack with it. Like for real, It really don't matter. It's who behind it. Like I know a dude. He got damn near. He had a Nico, blazed out Nico, and he had all the sounds from Timberland, and he had the works, but he couldn't play worth a damn. He couldn't kick out nothing. Everything sounded like what he hear on the radio. You know, if you got an ear, you can mock whatever you hear on the radio. So a lot of these cats, then you got these church cats that play like out they gig, they play out the yin yang, but they can't come up with a record. There's too much music. How they gonna rock to that? What they gonna rock in? They don't even know how to sequence. So it's not what you have, it's who behind it. You know, you got to do the SSL board to his house, the AW9000. He got the whole SSL board. You can, man, put too much compression, take all the kick out the kick and everything, and 808 to slap. I'm like, oh man, you got all this and you don't know how to work it?
Right.
So it's really not what you have. I know cats on PCs that's still on PCs, and they still trying to run all these plugins and they stuff clipping and everything. I'm like, that's why you clipping. You know, but Mac world is not that much different from the PC world because it's an Intel processor. So when they say, oh, Mac versus PC, still a PC because you still got an Intel processor. It's just a Mac operating system is totally different.
Exactly.
So it really don't matter what you have, dude. I know cats got old MPC 60s, and MPC 2000s and just don't have the right kicks. Is 9 times out of 10 you got to get the game of knowing how your sound want to be, how big you want your sound to be, how hard your kicks need to be. Because a lot of these little young cats out here, they don't even know what it means for to have your kick hard. They're not going to take the time to even sample a record or they're not going to go sample a record, take a kick off a record, and EQ it and master it, and then sample it back, whatever you in, and make your kick hit harder. No, they rather go online and get these little B CDs and take it straight off the little B CDs and thinking they got a hot sample right there. Oh, I got the Kanye samples, I got the Just Blaze drums, I got all the Dr. Dre drums. That's pool drums. Make your own drums. Take those drums and make your own drums. Take your snares and stack your snares about 4 times across the board. If you got Pro Tools, man, take your snares, snap them across that board about 4 times, pan them left, right in the middle, left, right in the middle, EQ them, compress them, slap them down.
Cool. So, I want to ask you one question now before, we get done with this interview. What do you see right now as far as or better yet, what message would you give to a lot of up-and-coming producers that want to get into this career?
Be original and do your history first. Do your history on producers that may hit records, and just do your homework on other producers, and don't try to mimic somebody's sound. Make your own sound, get in your own lane, and just jam. Just be jamming. Be a musician first. Be a musician first. Study the art. Take a class. Learn how to play the keys. Learn how to play a guitar. Learn how to play a bass. It all gonna come into play. Everything you think is musically gonna come into play. So all I can say is just learn the art and just don't look at the money about it. Just look at the art form first. Once you get the art form under your belt, the money gonna come.
Yeah. That's definitely a real game, and I earlier. The one thing that you brought up, too, that kind of, stuck to my mind was talking about how the publishing money and that type of money is real good in this industry, because a lot of guys just keep chasing the dollar trying to sell beats to maybe local rappers, and they're leaving all these other opportunities on the table.
But the crazy thing about that, though, Dot, is that you selling these little beats to these little local cats, and they not even registering these songs. They not even BDS scanning these songs. They not doing no kind of paperwork. They just, I'm jamming and I'm in the hood. If you in this business as a business, if you want to see a royalty check that got all these zeros on it and dollar signs in front, dude, I can't go back and give enough game to these young dudes and say, man, look, okay, you get your publishing off this record, but if you give this record to this guy all in, this dude get a hit record, 100,000 downloads, dude. You just missed out on $30,000. $30,000 you just missed out on, and that's just on 100 units, 100,000 units. So it's a whole lot of game that these little young cats need to just know the business as well as the art form. And once they know the art form and the business, there's nobody can just screw over them. Because I was young in the game. My first hit record was taken from me, man. I had to go. I ain't go to court. Sony settled, but I got a deal out the game, and the record sold over 2 million records. But the thing was, that record was stolen. It was tried to be stolen. So it's a dirty game. So you just gotta protect your music, protect your music, and just don't give your music away.
Wow. Yeah, man, that's definitely the truth. There's a lot of guys don't get this. They don't do the research. They just see the glamorous side of things, but you gotta.
Man, that's all fake. That's all fake, man. 99% of that stuff you see on TV out there is fake. Those producers ain't getting paid. They just getting high. They in that lifestyle, party, women, and in the studio, and they ain't getting no money. They giving dudes cars. You know what I'm saying? They'll give a dude a car, and he ain't gonna sign the whole record off. He get published. And I know Scott Storch had about 5 cars in the yard and no insurance on them. And that's real talk. Wow. That's real talk. Phantoms and Porsches and Lambos. Nothing got insurance on it, and nothing got, just stupid stuff like, really, dude? You Scott Storch, dude? You really? This was going on? Oh, wow. So the higher you go up, that's the more raw it gets. That's somebody go. If you make a hit, somebody want to eat off your back, and they got the power to see if this song gonna place on this record or not. So if you're not giving them some portion of that publishing, then the politics of the game would be like, man, I'm not. It won't even make the album. If I can't eat off this record, it ain't even gonna make the album. That's how raw it gets. Wow. That's real from the upper level. So if these little cats out here thinking they making these little beats with these local cats, they ain't not ready for this big boy stuff. This big boy stuff way more raw.
That's how it is, man.
That's the other side of the game that these cats like Kanye, these other cats not gonna tell you about. If you don't have a partner or a partner on your team, not gonna get no placements nowhere. Don't think about it. So don't be bashing the homosexuals out there because they running the music industry and the Jewish people. So you out there bashing homosexuals and stuff, you better not be doing that. Word. You trying to make any money in the industry, you better leave homosexuals alone, you better leave Jewish folks alone because you will get blackballed. You will not eat at all.
Yeah, them Jewish boys running that.
Man, every time I see a check from Sony or Warner Brothers, it got a Jewish name on it. So, and I know when I go to the office and I go place these records with an A&R, it's a gay dude. Straight up. You go to California, any one of them labels, they got a gay dude. You going to see one, or two, or three. The office full of them. That I say nothing stupid about no homosexuals. Leave that alone. Right. Tell them straight up, man. I'm straight. I got a girl. I don't mess around and keep it moving.
Word.
That's it. But you talking about you used to get the cussing them and talking about how you homophobic and but they wouldn't. He's not liking us, so we're not gonna pay him anything. Oh yeah, they'll do you worse than a woman.
Gotta put that education behind it, man. You know, you can't go in there with that blindfold over your eyes.
Man, you'll get done up. Man, you'll be a sacrificial lamb. You go in there, then they can tell. They can tell if you don't know what you're doing, and man, they can tell from the gate, man. Just how no cats be around Slim Thug and the little dudes be doing beats for some fans. Once they find out you're a fan, oh my God! Now they gonna take you to all the clubs with them. They gonna take you to all the strip clubs with you, get you off your note, and next thing you know, they your partner. So say, and you done gave them all these beats. So don't be fooled by thinking they your partner, man. Keep these dudes as business associates. That's it. Keep them as business associates. I don't want to hang with you. I don't want to deal with you. Buy this beat and let me go about my business, and that's it. You talking about partners? Yeah, I'm in the studio with such and such and such and such. Man, all right. When it comes down to that split sheet, you're going to be looking real foolish when they talking about, man, I don't want to be no more, man. Well, I'll give you $300. Man, didn't I go to the club with you last night, man, with all that money we spent in VIP on you? Man, you can go ahead and give me that beat, man, knock that out, and we catch you back on the next time. Yeah. Been there, done that, man. Been there, done that. They will use you, and what they get out of you, especially if you got hot beats and you got a habit, don't have a habit. They're going to feed that habit straight to you to get all the beats they can out you. That's real. That's why I'd rather come home and I give people beats from home. Lafayette, New Iberia, and the surrounding areas. I feed people from home before I feed anybody else on the planet. Compton, my kinfolks in Compton, California, all my family, my mama family in California, in L.A., I feed them, and I feed the other half of my family, my daddy's side of the family in Southwest Louisiana. I feed anybody out there. That's just how it works.
That's real talk out there, producers. If y'all listening in, man, and kicking some knowledge. So, what kind of shout outs, man, you got for us? And you know what you did mention you had some projects on the table as well. Tell us a little bit about that before you break out.
Yeah, before I break out, man, I'll give a shout out to the whole Southwest Louisiana, man, for all the support that they gave me when I was coming up, when I made hit records. Shout out to Big Fat and Chip and Gambino. Gambino been under the radar, but Gambino got that heat out there. Old school cats, man, that came up producing. When I was a young buck and I couldn't eat because the fats and the chips and was killing the game and killing the market out there. But, that's all kinfolks, it's all love, man. And let's that's about it. In Rice, man, that dude King Rice out of New Iberia, he got some. He keep the streets buzzing a little bit, man. He keeping the streets buzzing. You know, street related, G-Lin and all that family out there, man. Those people putting some good music out. Not just because I'm producing it, but it's just like those people putting out some real good, nice music. You know, and I'm just sitting back on my CD. I'm kind of on the Dr. Dre level. I'm working on my CD, then I'm not working on my CD, and then I make my CD is actually is a soundtrack for the movie I'm doing. It's called Rent Child Support, and it's about some, you know, everybody going through it. If you're not with your baby mama, you going through it. So basically, the CD is on some level like that, and I'm bashing women, just bashing these Section 8 women that don't want to do right.